Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the new moon in Virgo reading, which I didn't think I was ever going to get around to. I've been super busy, but thank you for putting up with me and being patient. I've decided that it's appropriate tonight to use the Earth Wisdom Oracle because Virgo is Earth energy, and this is about being connected to the Earth, making sure that we use the earth energy to heal ourselves, our bodies, our minds, our spirits, but especially our bodies if we've got any physical ailments, to really just get in touch with nature, sit on the grass outside, or sit and, just be outside, just be with nature, acknowledge it, listen to the wind blow through the trees, whatever it is. If it's raining near you, that's also great. But immerse yourself in the earth energy and be conscious of it. Okay, and how you are part of it. That's what it's about. It's about acknowledging that we are part of the earth and that it can offer nourishment and healing for us. All right, so I'm just checking that everything's above board and everything's recording there. So excuse my squeaky chair, but yes, everything's working. All right, so Earth Magic Oracle, and tonight we're also going to use Earth Wisdom. And if I get chance, healing with angels, because it's all about earth and healing. So let us ask tonight, what are the most important energies we need to be aware of right now? I think that's a really good question to ask. The most important energies or elements at the moment that we need to be aware of or maybe tap into, whether they are related to ourselves or to the earth. Let's see what the Earth Magic Oracle has for us. Okay. Most important energies we need to be cognizant of or aware of. The Green Man, synergy. This is just exactly what I was talking about. This is about our acknowledgement that we are part of the earth, that we are attached to the earth. We need to be in synergy and of one mind with the earth, and remember where we came from, remember what we're part of, remember what we are connected to, and make sure that we feel connected. I actually want to just read a little bit out of this one for you. Green Man. The Green Man, for anyone who doesn't know, is an ancient Celtic symbol, predominantly, of nature, the nature spirit, and he used to look after all the animals of the forest and protect it. Okay, so he's basically earth and our vegetation personified in some way. Okay, so it says here, you have the advantage of an incredible synergy at this time. A flow of life is guiding you, where things just seem to fall into place. How many synchronicities have we seen so far, people? Numbers, all sorts of things, okay? Let me just hold him nicely for you. Okay, a flow of life is guiding you, where things just seem to fall into place as you move about your business. You are in a mutually cooperative interaction with Spirit, as your will is aligned with the will of Spirit and your mission is congruent with your sense of purpose. When this is happening, there is a synergy, a way that your life force is continually coming into balance with the forces of nature. There is also a synergy between your spiritual awareness and your personal self or your ego. Be aware of the various idiosyncrasies of your ego and do not take any of them too seriously. Know that your higher self is always looking out for your best interests. In this cycle, tune into that guidance, however it shows up, and you will find that you move through life with greater ease due to a synergistic balance of forces expressing themselves as you. That's pretty deep, hey? But really lovely. Okay, it's lovely that this comes up. Okay, what other energies do we need to be aware of right now, please? Waterfall, effortless. Okay, we've had this a few times. When we see the waterfall or effortless card, this is about thinking of the power of water, how influential it is, and how a little bit of water, a trickle of water over time can have such an impact. It can cut new paths forward. Okay, it creates cracks and crevices and eventually waterfalls. And this is saying you need to flow. You need to not force resolutions. You need to not try and force people and things to happen. You need to not feel that you are not pressing forward enough or not doing enough. You need to be a bit more at ease. And you need to also be a bit more trusting of the elements around you and of spirit and the universe, that it has your back. Okay, and you don't have to be pushing forward all the time with so much gusto. And you need to realize that water is immensely powerful. It is a great force of nature, but it does it effortlessly. It just flows. Okay, it just flows where it's meant to be. It goes into the paths it's meant to follow, and if there isn't a path, it cuts a path forward. But it does it with ease. Things don't always have to be difficult and forced. The minute we are forcing something, especially if it's not working out for us, we need to know that we're forcing things in the wrong direction. The minute we let go a little bit and we say, okay, I'm going to let this flow, we see where it's actually meant to flow. All right. You need to just let your energy flow right now as well. And it's a wonderful thing to let your energy flow into the earth. When you're sitting on the earth, sitting on the ground, just let that flow. All the tension, all the stress, all of that stuff, just let it flow down into the earth. Let the earth take it. She can handle it. Okay, and just say, I don't need this anymore. Please just take the stress and tension and everything that comes with daily life and take it away. This new moon is about clearing, okay? It's about a blank slate so we can start. Every month we are given this opportunity. Don't pass it by. Okay, what other energies do we need to pay attention to right now, please? Volatility, how appropriate. We've got this Mars in Aries kind of energy that we've been dealing with, and gods of war. This is no joke. This is especially with relationships, and it can sometimes affect our romantic relationships as well as our friendships, our family relationships. So this is about us being a little bit explosive and volatile. This is also okay. Sometimes we need to release certain things, okay? But I do want to talk about this, and I want to say that to a large extent at the moment, what's happening is we are trying to release old anger. All right, things that come from the past. These volcanoes are ancient as well, and they bubble up and they bubble up and they bubble up, and eventually one day they just explode. And that can happen with us as well, especially if we don't express our anger in real time. We don't express our anger when something actually occurs. We do it later on, or we keep it in because we're at work, or because it's not the right setting, or whatever the case is, and we often end up being volatile and exploding at the wrong people. We take it out on people we love. We take it out on our children, our parents, whatever the case is, our partner, and then we think, you know what, that was so silly because I'm not even mad at that person. Or we have been aggravated about something that person does for ages and ages, or something an ex did, and we just lash out at somebody because these are old energies, okay? What's being dug up here is really old stuff. And we need to realize that we need to find other ways to release it. I posted something about this the other day. Find some way of releasing it. Go for a jog, go to gym, pump iron. If you do anything, if you have any artistic pursuits, delve into that. Draw, paint, sing, dance, ride your bike, whatever it is, to get this out and use this energy constructively, not destructively. Okay, we can be very volatile right now with the influences, with all the stress we've been under of late. We need to make sure that we're taking it out appropriately, and we don't do something we regret, or say something we regret, or hurt somebody, and we say things and do things we can't take back, and end up maybe hurting ourselves in the meantime as well. Okay, let us see what Earth Wisdom Oracle has to say for us. Okay. The Earth Wisdom Oracle has got some really lovely attributes. It's brings up a stone, like a crystal, if you're into that, that you can use, that's associated with the card that comes up for your healing. It also brings up a plant that can either be used medicinally or that you just need to maybe have around you, that you can find maybe you have an affinity with it, and somehow it can provide some kind of healing. So if you feel drawn to using the card or the crystal that comes up in these cards, by all means, please do so. Okay, so I'm just going to ask which three cards can give us the most insight. This is the Earth Wisdom Oracle. Okay, which three cards can give us the most insight, and the herbs or the stones or whatever it is that we can use that would be for our highest good right now. All right, three cards one at a time, please. Thank you. Nurture. Nurture. I think that's that one that's going to fall out. Yep. Relief. Perfect. Is she focusing? I'll show you again in a minute. Third one, please. Last card. My hands are not as agile at the end of the day as they are when I start. They start like cramping up. There we go. Divine Light. Focusing. Okay. All right, this nurture, this is about balance. This is about looking after yourself, nurturing yourself, nurturing nature, nurturing the energy around you. It's really beautiful, and it's about finding a little bit of sanctuary as well. Okay. Let's see if I bring her in a bit closer. Playing her flute. Playing the flute, and this is about evolving and growing, and this is about self-care and our connectedness to spirit again. And like I said earlier, spending this time in nature, connecting to all the elements, all the things that are around us. All right, this is vitally important that we find this peace. Let's see what nurture has to say for itself. $29. Okay, the plant associated with the nurture card is milkweed. Milkweed supports self-care and encourages healthy nourishment, and as such helps with weight issues, eating disorders, oral addictions, and digestive issues. Okay, I don't know who's struggling with that at the moment. Chrysoprase, is the stone associated with it. And this is about nurturing and bringing energy to your physical body. So if you're feeling like you're depleted of energy, that can really help. I also heard a guy who does crystals, who owns a crystal shop the other day, say that he finds carnelian very good for that when you are depleted of energy, like you've had a long day, you feel mentally and physically fatigued. Carnelian's very good. Carnelian's also very grounding. Okay, so this is talking about in this life that we lead that is so chaotic, it's very easy to let self-care slip. Okay, and we need to remember that our body and our soul exist together. The health of the one affects the other. Okay, so it says here, when you begin to take better care of your body, including getting enough sleep, we're all guilty of that at some stage, your soul also grows stronger. Milkweed attracts butterflies, a symbol of transformation. Care for yourself and watch transformation unfold. There's also an affirmation here. It says, my body and spirit are united and I take care of them both. Fresh air, deep sleep, healthy food, and joyful movement supports my body and soul. Something I like to do recently is to listen to Reiki music or binaural beats or something like that while I sleep, and I can tell you that that's made my dreams a lot more vivid, and a lot of the past life stuff and all of that kind of stuff that bubbles up can be processed in the dream state, and it can be very, very helpful. So if you feel like that is something that you're called to do, I highly suggest it. Okay, so here we have relief, number 22. And relief is about this woman walking away. Okay, you see her walking away from these ruins. Don't know if you noticed that just now. She's walking away from these ruins and she looks so at peace. She looks so contented, and she's letting these leaves blow into the past. Okay, she's letting them blow into the wind and she's letting them go. And this is giving her huge relief. This is about letting go of burdens, letting go of things we've been carrying that we don't have to carry, letting them blow away into the wind, letting the elements carry them away. Okay, the plant she's carrying there is lemon balm. And the book says here, lemon balm makes things easier to bear. It eases an overwhelming sense of responsibility and lightens a too serious mood. I think some of us are really guilty of that. Rondinite aids in restoration and recovery. Okay, that is the stone that she's wearing. It says here, you've been carrying a heavy load for too long now. The overwhelming sense of responsibility has grown all out of proportion to the reality of the situation. Relief is at hand. All you have to do is reach out and grasp it. But in order to do that, you must release what you are clutching. Let it go. You don't need to carry it anymore. All right, and there's an affirmation. I have carried the burden for long enough. It is time to let it go. I release the burden to the divine and accept the relief that comes as I let go. I let myself rest. How does that tie up with our self-care? Let yourself rest. Okay, and then we have divine light. I feel like this is a lot of people going into a stage where they are going through some kind of a spiritual growth period. Okay, this is literally some kind of inspiration they are following in their lives, maybe a new vocation or a new job, a new path that they're walking. Maybe it's unknown to them. Maybe they're doing something that's out of their comfort zone, but they feel they need to do, and that is highly commendable. And this is something they're inspired to do, and they're following their truth, following their light. And this is a beautiful thing. Okay, the book says here that the plant associated with is St. John's wort, which alleviates depression, it soothes shock and trauma, and alleviates moods. I'm sorry, that noise in the background is my cat who wants to come inside, and this is not the time. The stone associated with it is sunstone, and this contains the cleansing, healing power of the sun and shares it with those who ask. Sunstone's very beautiful. Okay, so it says here, whether you are feeling blue or suffering from serious conditions, you can support your healing by turning to the divine light and nourishing your own inner divinity. Self-care, guys. When we don't feel well, it's easy for our inner light to fade. Get the attention you need, whether medical, psychological, or spiritual, while supplementing with big doses of bright divine light. The affirmation for this one is, my inner divine light wants to shine in the world. I give my light energy and brilliance by connecting with the greater divine energy that nourishes all of life. Okay. Let's do a few healing with the angels, okay? We're getting really lovely messages tonight, so I'd like to just see what comes up here. And I'm just going to ask, what messages do the healing with the angel cards have for us tonight, please? New moon in Virgo, earth energy. 3 cards, please, one at a time. Power. Okay. New love. One more, please. Thank you. Oh my goodness, guys, if you don't get the message about your self-care and your body care and healing your body, which is exactly what this new moon is about, then I just don't know, because there it is. Body care, okay? We also have power. I had a moment with this tonight, and I say this to so many clients, and I need to get this message out there. I might have said it before, but I'm going to say it again. When I ask you to think of somebody who is rich and powerful, a lot of us default to people who we don't like very much, okay? They're not really great role models, and we think, oh, well, I don't like that person, that rich and powerful person. We need to acknowledge and be very cognizant of the fact that we 90% of the time associate someone who's rich and powerful with somebody who is abusing it. Okay, especially because of the environment we're in right now, the state of the world that it's in right now. But we need to know that it is okay to be rich, it is okay to be abundant, and it is okay to be powerful. And I say this for this reason. If you are rich and abundant and powerful with integrity, that is a huge thing. If you think of yourself, if you're a good person and I had to land in your lap tomorrow a huge sum of money and I had to give you power to empower other people, what would you do with it? You'd use it with integrity. You would create jobs. You'd buy people houses. You'd feed people. You would do good with it. But we associate it with the abuse of power that we've seen for decades and decades. We need to know that this is our birthright. It is our right to be rich, powerful, and successful. That is how we should live. That is what is going to give us happiness. That is what we should be tapping into. That is our divinity. And I'm getting confirmation here, okay? Spiritual confirmation here in my ear. This is such an important message. Please listen to me. Repeat it to yourself often, because it is okay to be rich, powerful, and successful, because you can help other people become rich, powerful, and successful, because that's how we all should be. That is a utopia. That is a beautiful place to live. Okay, it's the abuse of power and it being used by people who don't have integrity that have made us think it's bad. We've been conditioned to think that there's not any money. Money doesn't grow on trees. Actually, yes, it does. Okay. All these sayings that have been drummed into us as children that, we don't have, we can't afford this, we can't do that. It gets drummed into us and it actually becomes karmic baggage that we carry with us, and it's been drummed into us by people that we love, so we believe it. Okay, and it was drummed into them by people that they love. And we see it on television. We see these people that are rich and powerful and we think, oh, I don't want to be like that person. It is your right, your God-given right to be rich and powerful so that you can help other people to be powerful. You can help other people to be abundant. And being powerful is a very good thing. If you were powerful, if you owned a multi-billion-dollar business and you employed thousands of people and you gave people homes and businesses and you did it with integrity, you would be a wonderful person. And everybody would be happy, and you wouldn't be trying to tax them to death or take half of their salary for this and that and the next thing. You would do it with integrity, and people would be happy, and this would be a wholesome place to live. It is actually your duty to be rich and abundant and powerful so that you can help your family, your friends, all the people around you. Okay, please change your mindset about that. It's vitally important that the right people know that this is what they need to be. Okay, lecture over. All right, new love. This is quite interesting. I feel like this is either new relationships for people, okay, but I also feel as if This is renewal of relationships. Renewal of relationships, taking them to another level, or healing relationships. And this can be families and friends as well. Okay, it's not just a romantic relationship, but it could very well mean that there's something coming in for you because the energy around you is changing, especially if you're exercising self-love. If you exercise self-love, romantic love comes into your life. Okay, you raise your vibration, you change the way you see yourself, and therefore you change the way other people see you. And different people are attracted to you. Better quality, because you are changing your life to a better quality. Okay, body care, vitally, vitally important. Like the other card said, seek the medical help you need, the spiritual guidance you need, maybe, psychological help if you need it. But this is specifically around the body, and this is your Virgo energy. This is your earth energy. This is saying, look after your physical body. This new moon can offer that. The earth can offer that nourishment. You can sit with it and say, please help me to heal. We all have the ability to heal ourselves. Our bodies and our minds and our brains are fantastic things. They're amazing. If you haven't looked at Dr. Joe Dispenza yet, please give it a look. He teaches people how to heal themselves with the power of their mind. And it's not bogus. It's not some fly-by-night nonsense. He's a neuroscientist. He's a qualified chiropractor, I think. And he has taught people how to change the way they think so they can heal their physical bodies themselves. He doesn't heal you and think he's a guru or anything like that. He backs everything up with facts of in excess of 20 years worth of research. Go and take a look. If you're suffering with something that you've been suffering with for a long time, go and look up Dr. Joe Dispenza. He's on Instagram, Facebook, all over the place. YouTube's probably the best way to look him up, but go for it. He's also got fantastic books out. Okay, and I don't get paid to kind of promote him here, but he has changed many lives, including mine. Dr. Joe Dispenza, he wrote Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself and Being Supernatural, Becoming Supernatural. Okay, guys, this is beautiful, lovely messages we got tonight. I will post a photo of this on Instagram because this video is way too long for Instagram, unfortunately. But I'm going to put it up on YouTube, and I wish you all a beautiful new moon. I hope that you make the most of it. Set out your intentions, okay? A good way of doing this is to write your intentions out on new moon and plant them. Put them in the ground. Put a little plant on top of them and say, okay, as the plant grows, my intentions are going to grow. Try that little thing out. You'll be amazed at how it works because you are permanently putting your attention and your intention on that plant and saying, come on, grow, intention. And you will water it and you'll treat it like you would treat the plant, and you'll see how that manifests. Give it a try. Let me know how it goes. Okay, lots of love to all of you. Happy new moon. Bye-bye.